Rage on that beat, going crazy.
Okay, moving on. Brighton versus Luton Town. Brighton was so good last season. To watch them, it was a joy. It was like just falling in love with the game again. Matoma, McAllister, Solly March. Oh, what a trio that season there. They were unbelievable. The defense, Pascal Gross, they were just too strong. They have improved on that squad, and I think they will definitely be up there again. Without a doubt, they will be top half of the table. Not challenging for Europe though. You guys might not like that, but they will not be challenging for Europe this season. They have offloaded Robert Sanchez out of their goals, as well as Alex McAllister. Now, don't get me wrong, they brought in some nice players, but not to the standard of McAllister, I think. They brought in João Pedro and Verbruggen, as well as James Milner from Liverpool on a free. Milner will bring in that veteran status, leadership. They will look to him for strength and guidance. They will do well this season, without a doubt. Luton Town, good luck. I don't know what to say other than that. Good luck to you guys. It's going to be a troubling season. A lot of fans will enjoy walking through the homes though to get through into the stadium. That will be exciting. But good luck. I hope you guys stay up, but I don't give you much of a chance either. Moving on, Everton and Fulham. The other team that I think are in a lot of danger is Everton. Last season they barely stayed up. Barely. Now guys, please believe me, Everton used to be good. I am a Liverpool supporter, Merseyside, but Everton have lost their way. They have gone down. They will not compete in anything this season. I think they're going to be very low down the table, if not in the relegation zone yet again. They've offloaded two of their centre-backs, Yuri Mina as well as Connor Cody. Now, that's a big problem because they've brought in no defenders to help them. That is a big problem. Their defenders are weak. They will leak goals. And attacking up front, Calvert-Lewin with those injuries, it's just not happening for him. I don't give Everton much of a chance this season to stay up either. Fulham were very exciting last season. They gave a lot of trouble to the top six. They did not fear anybody. With their big strong man Mitrovic up front, they had no fear. This season, it's going to be the same. They've brought in two good players with experience in other leagues. They're going to bring a different type of tempo to the Premier League, which I'm looking forward to seeing. They have brought in Calvin Bassey, who I think is quality. He's quality. He's young, but he's quality. They spent the money, and I think he's worth it. Now, Raul Jimenez from Wolves. He lost his way last season, but the whole of Wolves did. It wasn't a one-man thing. Wolves struggled as a whole last season. Raul Jimenez is still quality. Him, Mitrovic together up front, they will play ball. They will score goals. They will be strong. I think there's a lot to come from Fulham this season. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Next up, we have Sheffield United versus Crystal Palace. I think this is probably the worst game of the lot for the weekend. Sheffield United, exciting to have you back. Premier League's missed you. You guys looked nice last season in the Championship, but this is a different ball game. You're going to struggle. It's going to be tough, but I have faith you'll stay up this season. You guys have brought in one or two good players that will only improve your team. You've brought in Vinicius Souza and Austin Trusty. Two good players, youngsters. They will need time to adapt, but they will be there and they will help. Sheffield United, I expect to stay up, and I look forward to watching you guys this season. Now, Crystal Palace, a team that no top six side like to play against, especially Liverpool. Liverpool's bogey side. Crystal Palace, they played with so much attacking prowess in the years, it was unbelievable. Wilfried Zaha, Christian Benteke, Olise, those boys knew how to play ball. But now I notice that Crystal Palace have gotten rid of probably their best player, Wilfried Zaha. He's off to Saudi Arabia. And that is so sad to see because he was such a joy for the Premier League. I can't understand how a top six side hadn't taken him on. He was absolutely brilliant. It is now time for Olise to take up and fill those shoes. He will need to carry that team this season. I expect something from them, but not a lot. Without their key man, they're going to struggle. They have brought in a new man though, Matthias Franca. a boy who can play ball, who's very good, and he will bring a interesting side to Crystal Palace this season. Next up, we have Newcastle Aston Villa. Probably the second most anticipated, exciting game for the weekend. I'm looking forward to this. Both teams were so good last season. Newcastle with their top 4 finish, unbelievable. Aston Villa, wow, what a team. You guys played unbelievable soccer last season. This is going to be an exciting game, guys. Please believe me, Newcastle have just added strength on top of strength. They are looking serious for the top 4. They want to go deep into the Champions League, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them making it through their group. Wow, Newcastle. They've included Sandro Tonali. Now, I think this boy is strong. He gives me the Maldini AC Milan vibes from those years. This boy is strong. He has the heart of a lion. He will play with his heart on his sleeve. He will break legs and he'll enjoy doing it. Please believe me. Harvey Barnes from Leicester. It was so sad to see Leicester go down last season, but it was probably time for change there. Harvey Barnes, what a boy. Wow. He's got speed, he's got skill, he'll score goals. This boy has brought in a different side to Newcastle. I watched him in pre-season. He got himself a goal. He got himself some assists. This boy is going to play good soccer this season. All he's going to do is just add goals for Isaac and for Callum Wilson. What a team Newcastle have. They are going to dominate this season. Aston Villa were not quiet in the transfer market either. Please believe me. They are looking strong. They are looking good. They have added strength on top of strength, and they have offloaded nobody. Aston Villa are looking good. Musa Diaby and Pau Torres, as well as Yuri Tielemans. Now, Pau Torres, guys, this boy was looked under the radar. 2 top 6 sides wanted him last season. Aston Villa have managed to pick him up. He will play so well next to Coutinho, Buendia, Ollie Watkins. They are going to link up and there's going to be goals. Wow, there's going to be goals. Yuri Tielemans in that midfield, he knows how to play a pass. Ollie Watkins is licking his lips right now thinking about it. Aston Villa will be a top 6 side again this season. I would not be surprised them going for the top 4 themselves. There's only 2 players Newcastle have offloaded. Alex Saint-Maximin, obviously Harvey Barnes, a straight swap, so that's not a problem. As well as Chris Wood. Talking about offloading Deadwood, guys. He was bad last season. Wow. Newcastle did themselves a favour getting rid of him, and I think Newcastle will be strong this season. Look out for those 2 sides. Next up, guys, we have Brentford versus Spurs. Now, Brentford, you are in a bit of trouble, aren't you? Ivan Toney with that 8-month ban, we all know about that. Gambling, soccer doesn't go hand in hand. He should just focus on his ball because he can play. He knows how to score goals. He's out for most of the season, guys. That means Mbemu, it's your time to step up, take control, and boss it. This will be your season to show you are worth the number 1 striker position. Now, Spurs. Spurs will always be Spurs. I can't. They have so much potential, and they always do so well beginning of the season. Come December, they always flop. They always give it away. They will be top 3 come December this year. Please believe me. After Christmas, it's just downhill from there. Now, I've just read their main man, the boy who has taken over the Premier League and bossed it, Harry Kane, has just agreed terms with Bayern Munich, 100 million plus pounds. Harry Kane to Bayern Munich. I don't know what Spurs are going to do. They have Son, they have Kulusevski, and Richarlison, as well as James Maddison, who was an unbelievable signing, by the way. They will still play, but the free-flowing attacking ball that we know Tottenham have always comes through Kane. He holds the game up. He provides space for Son and Kulusevski to run on into. Without him, I don't know where the goals are going to come. It's time for Son to step up and show that he can carry this team just as well as Harry Kane did. Brentford. Another situation on your hands. Not only have you lost Ivan Toney for the season, you have also lost your number 1 goalkeeper and our goalkeeper of the season last season, David Raya. He has left and he has gone to Arsenal. What does signing Arsenal have? They have 2 top goalkeepers in Ramsdale as well as David Raya now. Brentford did go and sign another goalkeeper. They did. But not to the ability that David Raya brought. So Brentford, I wish you luck in the defense. Goals are coming your way. Please be ready. Guys, moving on. This is the most anticipated, exciting game for the weekend. Liverpool versus Chelsea, the big one, at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea and Liverpool last season were both so disappointing to watch. Liverpool picked up their socks in the last third of last season. They started pulling it all together, playing well, and they almost got their top four. Chelsea never kicked on. They brought in the players, they had everything behind them, and they just did not click. Come end of season, Pochettino steps up. And Pochettino, we all know him. He is not scared to get rid of players. He is such a good coach. He did unbelievable things at Tottenham. He did unbelievable things where other managers have struggled. Jose Mourinho, etc., etc. Guys, Pochettino, don't overlook him. He's a great manager and he's going to get this Chelsea team right. He has taken out so many players and he's even brought in some players. Guys, I would say Chelsea has done the most business this transfer window. He's gotten rid of Kai Havertz off to Arsenal. Mason Mount, Mateo Kovacic, Kalidou Koulibaly, Pulisic, Edouard Mendy. Guys, that's a lot of players to offload in one transfer window. I mean, that's not even count. That's so many. But Chelsea have also gone and brought in one or two nice names that I'm looking forward to seeing this season. It was Christopher Nkunku. I thought he was going to light this Premier League on fire. I believe he's now got an injury and he'll be out for a couple months. Surgery going on with his knee. He's pulled a ligament, an ACL. I don't know what. I feel bad for him. I was looking forward to him. I even had him in my fantasy league. But nonetheless, when he does come back, he will play. They have a new young kid, Nicholas Jackson. Now he is going to be exciting. He will have the assists, he'll have the support in this Chelsea team, and I think he could thrive. I really do. Chelsea, I expect to have a much better season, but I don't expect them to be challenging for the title. Chelsea fans, I'm sorry, you're not going to like me. I don't think you'll be challenging for the title. You don't have enough in the squad yet. Another year or two maybe, not now. Top four at most. Liverpool, last season, what happened? You got rid of one key man and the whole team fell apart. Sadio Mane, when he left, Liverpool seemed to have gone backwards. I honestly thought Luis Diaz would come in and it was like Mane was never gone. But clearly something changed. The chemistry, the heart in the team, something changed. I couldn't figure it out. Liverpool were just not playing with that Liverpool way. Teams knew how to defend against us. Salah was non-existent for half of that season. And he still ended up being the top midfielder for the term. Unbelievable. Liverpool have offloaded 3 midfielders this season. And 2 of them being our captain and vice-captain. Jordan Henderson, James Milner, and Fabinho. Liverpool were always leaking in midfield from last season. And now we've offloaded another 3 midfielders. We have brought in 2 in Alexis McAllister and Szoboszlai. These boys will bring unbelievable tempo to this team. Assists will come, goals will come, and the playing style will be lovely. It will be tiki-taka. But we still have not brought in a central defensive mid, and that's Liverpool's biggest problem. I know we are going in for Luvia from Southampton, Caicedo from Brighton, but it is not enough. Liverpool, you need another central defensive mid and another right back, or you will not be winning the Premier League. I expect Darwin Núñez to have a season to remember. He will score goals. He will be competing with Erling Haaland. Please believe me, guys. Darwin Núñez will light the Premier League up this season. Moving on. Last but not least, Man United versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now, Man United last season, they looked great. They looked unbelievable. And then United did what they always do. Flop to the small teams. They didn't have consistency in competing with the small teams like they did with the big teams. You cannot win Premier Leagues by losing to the small teams, drawing. I saw United with 3 crazy results last season. One of them with the Liverpool game. Liverpool gave them such a hiding, and you cannot be getting a hiding like that if you're going for the Premier League. Man United, you have done very, very average business in the transfer window. To my understanding, not enough to win the Premier League. You have brought in Mason Mount, a very good addition to your midfield. He will play next to Bruno Fernandes, but they both want the spotlight. Who's going to take it? Bruno's definitely not handing up his boots to Mason Mount. Guys, let's talk about this Rasmus Højlund. This kid, he's young. Man United paid big. This kid has a 75 million price tag on his head. And now he just got an injury before the start of the season. So it'll take him some time to come in. But United have lacked a proper striker for the last how many years? Okay? You've now signed one, but I don't think he's enough for you to compete for the Premier League this season. Even in the Champions League, I don't think he's enough. He's young. Marcus Rashford is going to take control of this team again. And this Højlund, I don't see him having a very big spotlight on his head. The additional introduction of Andre Onana, he is a top-class goalkeeper. But so was David De Gea. De Gea had mess-ups, but he was still class, guys. He was class. Andre Onana, you are brilliant, but I don't think you are enough to get United up to win the Premier League this season. Wolves, I don't give you much of a chance this season. I think you're going to get relegated with Luton Town. I really do. I think you guys are in trouble. You haven't brought in anyone worth mentioning, and you have offloaded Ruben Neves, Raul Jimenez, Connor Cody. Those are three big players to be getting rid of, especially when you're in the position you were last season, guys. I wish you luck, but for me, it's an Arsenal or Liverpool Premier League this season. Watch Aston Villa, watch Newcastle, they will be there. City, you are top dogs, but this season, I think you lose your crown. Guys, anything else you want me to chat about? Put it down in the description, let me know, and we'll be chatting about it next week. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it, and good luck this season. Ciao.